I mean, if you're a Bears fan, you're thinking forward progress. Come on.
10, 219, 219.
Forward Progress, a Chicago Bears podcast with Dan Bernstein and Matt Abeticola on 312 Sports.
Forward Progress got a mention in the Super Bowl. Did you hear it?
Mike Tirico.
Did you hear it? Did
He
you
listens.
hear Mike Tirico? Obviously a huge fan of the pod. Dropping a Forward Progress in there. We appreciate it. We didn't have to pay the ungodly amounts to waste our advertising budget because he mentioned our name right there.
Yeah, because he's a friend of the program.
Yeah,
That's why.
and if you are too, if you are an FP head, that you know that you said, yeah, I like Tirico, represent, let's go.
Yes.
And he did. You know what my conclusion is? The Bears could have won the Super Bowl this year.
Yes, they could have.
They probably wouldn't have. They probably it probably wouldn't have been like that. That's a kick-ass defense, man. That's a killer defense, and I think the Bears defense was probably going to struggle, but they could have won the Super Bowl this year.
Yes, they very much could have. They probably would have lost in Seattle, but I would have liked to have seen that game with Ben Johnson scheming his offense against that front four, and when they would blitz their cornerbacks. I would have liked to have seen Ben Johnson against Seattle. Now,
because Josh McDaniels was horrible.
Horrible. It was
horrible. That is as bad an offensive game plan. Everything they discuss, go back and look at the Ben Johnson checklist when he first got to training camp, and he talked about breaking the huddle, getting lined up, getting the protection right, knowing what coverage they're in, reading the front, deciding whether or not you're going to can the play, having everybody accounted for, and then executing the play. They couldn't do any of that.
They could not. And I would have liked to see a healthy Bears offensive line with Ozzie Trapillo at left tackle and Joe Tooney at left guard, because that wouldn't have looked the same as the left side of the Patriots offensive line, and with a healthy Caleb Williams. You know, you have Drake Maye, who gets shot up before the game. We found out after the game. So his arm had no feeling to it, but he said he was all right. He was good to go. Pretty emotional after the game, but he looked terrible, and he had a terrible playoff run. I just saw a stat on the 10 worst playoff performances by quarterbacks this year, and he had 3 of the 10. You know, he just did not look good, and there was some really wide open shots he missed, and anything deep, anything over 15 yards down was just a floater in the air.
Are we going to find out that he has to go in for some sort of surgical cleanup?
To get something cleaned up, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, because he looked that bad. He looked that bad.
I mean, nothing in the post game. He was there in like a tank top, and nothing looked abnormal or swollen or anything. But he was not healthy.
No.
And to find out after that he needed a bunch of xylocaine in that shoulder,
Yeah, they killed the arm to go, and it showed in the way he threw.
Of course it did.
Yeah.
Of course it did. But they didn't give him a chance.
No.
Like, if you know that, if you're Josh McDaniels, you can't ask him to make the throws they were asking him to make down the field.
Unless Josh McDaniels didn't know.
Right? But that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
And Mike McDonald was like he had the headset. Like he was in their huddle. Like he was absolutely in their offensive huddle.
Yeah, there was only one play that really stood out offensively for the Patriots. They had a tight end breakout loose, and there was a misassignment. And May totally missed him. Just totally missed it. But
it was a busted coverage.
Busted coverage, yeah.
Yeah, left hole shot.
Yep.
And the safety was no over the top safety coverage.
Yep, correct.
And wide open.
Late.
And
he was late,
overthrew him.
yeah. And May totally missed it. But outside of that, like you're right. It seemed like Mike McDonald knew exactly what was happening, and guys were in the right place. Guys made the plays for most parts. You know, clean tackles, even one-on-one in open field. It looked like they knew what they were running.
And if you wanted to know what was happening in the game, take whatever Chris Collinsworth was saying and presume the opposite was going to happen.
He had a bad game. That was, I mean, Mike Tirico did good calling the game.
He always is great.
Yeah, he's great. He's a real pro. But I thought Collinsworth had a tough game.
I I'm generally not a Collinsworth detractor.
I like Collinsworth.
Yeah, I think he's folksy and fine and honest.
He gets
and
snarky at times, which I enjoy.
And I like that he describes the game in front of him, and that's really all you ask, but he did not have a good game.
It was not good.
Well, I think they should just think about running every time here. It was like 3 consecutive passes.
Right, and then there was the one where there was a cornerback blitz or a safety blitz from the right side for Seattle from like 30 yards out.
Oh, and they threw the smoke route.
And right to the running back,
Yeah.
like immediately. So like he literally ran from 30 yards deep, was sprinting in as Drake Maye's watching him sprint in, like, oh, this guy's and he gets the ball and immediately dumps it off to the running back.
Is that when he said, he's starting to see this now?
I saw that, Chris. I would have made that play. This guy's going to come in and kill me. I'm going to throw it to the left. He's starting to see it now. Right.
Down.
Right. He's starting to see it now. It wouldn't go that far. He saw the one play.
He saw that guy.
Yeah. Again, dude, it was so exaggerated that Natalie sitting next to me is like, can that guy do that? Why is he running from so far away? Like, yeah. So even a casual football observer was like, there's something coming there. Oh, he's starting to see this game now. He's starting to slow down for him. No, Chris. The guy ran from the 50-yard line, and they were at the 10.
Yeah, I have a Chris Collinsworth hater in one of my group chats.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I advise just to let it go. Don't get there's enough going on. Although you had to feel something, especially once the second half started and that fabulous halftime show was over. You had to find something just to feel anything at that point.
And even with the late game scoring, it was just too late. I mean, not even to win the game, but just to be worth watching. It wasn't worth watching. It was bad.
Yeah, I had a couple bet sweats at the end. I had the rushing total.
Oh yeah,
I had to make sure he didn't because I was there 37 yards rushing and 38.5 was the over under. I had the under. I just had to make sure he didn't fall forward for 2 more yards. But to me, that just like that's cold comfort at the end.
Yeah.
If I have to find things to make me interested. Several people in my group chat bailed before the game was over.
Seriously, did they really?
Yeah, multiple people. Like, I'm out. I'm done.
I would have liked to, but I didn't. And I thought going into the second half, I thought for sure I'd have a 4th down conversion attempt. That was the only one I missed on my props.
Well, next year when the Bears are in the confetti shower, next year when the Bears being bathed in their orange Gatorade, it'll be a better football game.
Yeah, somebody, I don't know if they emailed in or was a comment on YouTube that Seattle and the Bears play. The Bears play the Seahawks next year. And somebody was like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's like the opening game.
Ooh.
Bears go to Seattle for the first game.
Yeah.
You talk about. And then did you see the comments on social media from people that were at
They are at the Seahawks next year, yeah.
Yeah, so they were on Radio Row. The number of people, even outside the Chicago market, making comments from other people saying they wish the Bears were here because it would have been fun and exciting before the game.
Yeah. I mean, let's ask this. If the Bears are in the Super Bowl next year, do we go?
We should. We should start planning for it now.
Yeah, we should.
We absolutely should.
Where is it?
SoFi.
We're going.
I know that because they already started having commercials on it about Super Bowl 61.
Yep.
Before the game is over.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean the extortion's in place already, and LA's got to figure out how to pay for all this shit, right? They're trying to find 1,000 limousine buses.
Yeah, it's LA though.
Yeah, no, they'll be fine. No, we should definitely go.
I mean, San Diego could do a Super Bowl in their sleep, so you could bring from San Diego anything you needed.
No, we 100% should go.
Mm-hmm.
We should go either way. Definitely, when the Bears are there.
Yeah, but when the Bears are there, obviously we should go.
Yeah, so Collinsworth had a bad game, but you know what? Overall, Dan, as I sat and thought about the game for about 3 seconds after it was over, and then I moved on to
and I'm done.
Yeah, it's really fitting that was the game for this particular season. Because this season was the year of the NFL blob. You know, when we thought a team kind of pulled itself out of the blob and was like floating above the blob.
Orbiting.
It got pulled back in. And no one really finished outside of the blob. There were teams that were higher up in the blob than other teams, but no one really floated outside the blob consistently. And you had a bad quarterback performance from a quarterback who was bad and because he was hurt because he was bad and bad because he was hurt, but it's kind of like fitting for this NFL season. It was a lot of bad quarterback play.
Yeah, you had
quarterbacks.
A team win a game because it was playing a bad quarterback.
Right. Which a lot of people made a point of why New England was even there because they played nothing but bad quarterbacks. And the same criticism that was levied against the Bears and their schedule. Like, can't help that.
Congratulations, Blob.
Yeah. The Blob won the Super Bowl.
The Blob won the Super Bowl.
That was it.
So we're here with the Blob immediately after its convincing Super Bowl win. Blob, how do you feel? What is the Blob? What's the Blob? What does he sound like?
Sounds like Jabba the Hutt in my brain.
Yeah.
Right. Really, because when you look at it, I mean, what team got out of the Blob?
What would the Blob sound like? What if the Blob also sounded like an obsequious British butler?
No,
Yes.
that doesn't work.
No, that doesn't work, does it? No.
Or would the Blob be like a I don't know, like a really
sort of
patriotic American?
Swaggering patriotic American. It's a great year for the Blob. The enshittification of all things America.
So what team got out of the Blob and stayed on the Blob? Nobody. Nobody really.
I mean, I guess
Seattle
did.
maybe?
I guess they did.
They were the longest to orbit the Blob.
We thought the Rams were going to get out of there. I guess they're the last one standing in anything close, maybe near Earth orbit.
Was Seattle?
Yeah. The Blob won.
Yeah, the Blob won this year. So it's really fitting that this was the game.
I fought the Blob, and the Blob won.
Yeah, but it was, I mean, for this particular NFL season, it was very fitting that was what the Super Bowl was.
Good point. It's like, why'd you win? Well, the other team's quarterback was hurt, and they kind of didn't tell us he was hurt.
Yeah, and he had a bad playoff run
It made him
well.
bad, and yeah.
Mike Vrabel didn't look good.
I thought he was great in the aftermath, though.
Yeah.
He's really a big sweetie, isn't he?
He very much is.
He's just, I know that he's like the jawed, tough guy, football-y guy, but he and Dan Campbell share some traits in that he's really nice.
Yeah, it's really interesting when he got back to New England as the head coach, his first message to his team was, you're going to respect everyone in this building. Regardless if they wear a uniform or not, you're going to respect everyone. And that seems like a really big thing. Isn't he? Is it him that the post game press conferences always takes a question from a female reporter first?
Yeah, it's like Helen Thomas.
See, he always deliberately goes guys will start asking questions, he'll ignore.
Yeah, I think there's one woman who's been on the beat who is just the dean of the beat reporters. Yeah. That he defers.
So he makes a point to do that. Yeah, but I just thought it was interesting hearing some of the pregame. I did catch a little bit of it, and one of the things I saw was about Mike Vrabel, and that was his opening message to the team. You're going to be in here. You're going to be part of this organization. You're going to respect everyone that's in this building, regardless of what they do, who they are. You're going to respect everyone.
No, Vince Lombardi used to do that. That Lombardi also made sure to protect any gay players because Lombardi's brother was gay. And Lombardi, he made a huge point of being aware and making sure that any kind of hazing in that regard was absolutely verboten under Lombardi. Lombardi's daughter is written about it in her book.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah. So that's
interesting.
That's sort of old, well-earned football stuff there. But Vrabel may have this outward appearance as this hard-charging tough guy, which in some ways he is, but it's all based on mutual respect.
I can't recall if it was during the game or pregame stuff. Maybe you heard it that Vrabel in his career is like 13 for 13. 13 receptions, 13 touchdowns.
Interesting.
Yeah. And they showed one of the highlights, and I would assume it would have been a Seattle game because he catches the pass and he does the Seahawks thing like the players are doing. So, a little bit of mocking there of his opponents, but I didn't know that about him. 13, I'm sure, I think I heard that right. 13 catches, 13 touchdowns. Perfect in his career.
Wait, 13 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, look it up.
I know
it doesn't sound right.
That sounds like a lot.
Sure, I heard that.
That sounds like a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah,
but it's possible. I mean, I know that it was more than a gimmick play after a while. It started out as a gimmick, and then it became a thing. But I know that everybody's scrambling around to find week after stuff and day after stuff about the trends and what this Super Bowl says about the NFL and what it means about how one wins a Super Bowl. But look, they had a stifling zone defense that was just incredibly well executed. And it's one of the most assignment sound defenses. They're so good at showing what they do after you've concluded they're doing something else.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Oh, yeah. It's
the late disguising. And
the way everything was covered up. Yeah.
And I've tried to explain this before, the difference between the NFL and college, especially when you're evaluating quarterbacks, is part of speed and quickness at the NFL level is just in between your alignment and the snap, getting to where you're actually supposed to be. Like, teams are able to use your speed and quickness before the play even starts.
Right.
Discipline, speed, and quickness. And multiplicity of position when you have somebody defensively. Like, their best blitzer is Devin Witherspoon. He's terrific. God, is he good. And they never had an answer. They weren't being too exotic. It was the same damn blitz. And they never picked it up. And even when they did, the other side of their line was crumbling. So I was really surprised that they weren't able to either get enough vertical routes to just get hots all the way down the field and try to let somebody run under something, or just find a way to attack vacated areas that these guys were leaving. It should be automatic.
Yeah.
It's a zone behind, and you're sending one of the guys, get somebody in the spot that he left.
But that's something you can do, though, when you rush 4.
Yeah.
And you have 7 guys sitting back there.
Yep.
That, made it hard for Drake Maye as well. All right, Mike Vrabel says in his career, scoring 10 receptions, and he has 11 touchdowns.
Okay.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, you kind of knew when he was coming in what they were doing on offense, but I don't know that I'm going to have a very specific memory football-wise at all about this game.
Specifically speaking about football, no. What I will remember, and we talked about this on DBU, is the Bad Bunny performance at Super Bowl 60. I will remember that Sam Darnold kind of finishes off his really terrific story.
His redemption story?
Yeah, for sure. A guy that you thought would, he won 14 consecutive. He won 14 games 2 years in a row.
Did the Vikings fire anybody again?
Yeah, they fired the GM again.
I was just going to think, like they
brought him back in just to fire him.
You're hired again. Oh, you're fired again. We just wanted to make sure it hurt.
So it's only happened twice now where a quarterback has won 14 games in consecutive season. It was Tom Brady and now
Darnold
and Sam Darnold.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's what I'll remember. Specifically about the football, nothing really. Yeah, it just there really wasn't anything I'm going to go back and say, yeah, I'll remember that from Super Bowl 60. Outside of the Sam Darnold redemption story and Brad Bunny. And Bad Bunny.
We didn't see Brad.
Brad.
Was he part of the other one?
He made the emotional support halftime show.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a commenter from our DBU show that said he mentioned that his wife is Hispanic and speaks Spanish, and she hated the halftime show, and saying that if you hate the halftime show, you're racist, which is not what we said on the show.
No.
What we said on the show was being unwilling to even watch it because the guy speaks Spanish and sings in Spanish. That's what makes you racist. If you watched the Bad Bunny halftime show and thought, I didn't like that at all, that's not my thing, I didn't enjoy it, great. You can have an opinion. It's the unwillingness to even participate because you don't like someone speaking Spanish. That's where the racism comes in.
Yeah.
Hope that clears it up for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and maybe
explain that correctly.
And maybe you can ask your Latino Spanish-speaking wife if she's ever encountered any sort of racism in her life.
I would wonder.
Yeah, you just might want to ask her.
So I want to find out what I heard that he was 13 for 13. So it's still a lot, though.
Yeah.
11. He had 11 touchdowns in his career?
Yep.
He had 4 in one season.
Yeah, it was a thing, remember?
That's crazy.
It was like a fashionable thing. Oh, here he comes again. I wonder if he's going to get the ball. Oh, he got the ball
But
again.
help me out. Help me understand this, because you're the smart one in the group.
What?
He has 10 receptions in his career, 11 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 receptions, 11 touchdowns, but no rushing attempts.
Okay. My guess is he picked up a fumble or he ran in a pick six. Right?
Yeah.
Fell on a ball in the end zone.
Why wouldn't it show it here for me in his stats?
There's other ways because the defensive stats are probably on another page.
No, I'm looking at everything right here.
That'd be my guess there.
I'm on ESPN's. They're usually better with showing stats. NFL.com is tough.
Yeah, NFL.com. I like Pro Football Reference.
Yeah, they're very good
That's
too.
generally the
but
best.
ESPN always comes up.
Hey, the Bears have a new offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I've been hearing your joke all morning.
Oh, I'm not done with it.
I know you're not, and I'm really happy about that.
Get used to it.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
And you've gone out of your way to not react to it, and all that's doing is making me want to do it more.
Okay, so you picked up on it?
Oh, I know you're freezing me out. No, believe me. I'm.
All right, so had I reacted to it once, you wouldn't have said it the dozen times you've done it? Would you have stopped?
No.
Okay.
No, probably not. But it's just now. I see.
So now, all right.
I'm not an idiot here. I can't.
Let's pump the brakes, bro.
Yeah, I see. I know what you're doing.
All right, so you've caught on that I'm freezing you out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep trying.
All right.
Because the entire Bears world is going to do this.
All right. So Dan?
Yes.
Who is the Bears' new offensive coordinator?
I don't know, Matt. Why don't you tell me?
Really? Okay. Dan, the Bears' new offensive coordinator is Press Taylor.
For more options.
Okay, there it is. A dozen times. He's done the joke himself a dozen times. Hey, the Bears' new offensive coordinator is Press Taylor.
For more options.
For more options.
Yep.
A dozen times at least.
Mm-hmm. Come on. You're going to have that name. The only other Press I know is Press Maravich. Pete Maravich's dad.
His name was Press?
I think so.
I didn't know that. What is
I'm terribly misinformed if he wasn't.
What's the origin of a first name Press?
Is
it short for Presley?
Freedom of the media. Is
no.
what it is. It goes back to Gutenberg and his Bibles and inventing.
The guy from
not Steve Gutenberg.
Oh, the voice guy. No, he's not the voice guy. Who's the voice guy?
Michael Winslow.
Yes, Michael
is the voice guy.
Very different guys.
Extremely different. Although Steve Gutenberg was good in Cocoon. And remember during the wildfires in L.A., he was the guy out there helping people?
Oh, was he really?
Choking on smoke and out there helping everybody evacuate and trying to get more, get information out there. He was a really good neighbor.
You know the old people in Cocoon were like in their 40s?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Wilford. Well, that's the Brimley line, right? Everybody talks about reaching, because Wilford Brimley, I think, was 50 or 51 when Cocoon was made, and they're all playing elderly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad looking 51.
Well, how about, I just look at the ages of Sean Connery and Harrison Ford in the Raiders of the Lost Ark 3.
Oh. What was Connery, probably in his 60s?
He was playing his dad, and he's only like 7 years older.
Yeah. Well, Harrison looked pretty good. You probably have never watched Shrinking on Apple TV.
I have not.
You should. You would really enjoy it. It's the third season is dropped. They're like 2 episodes in. It's really good. You liked Ted Lasso, or did you not watch Ted Lasso?
I like Ted Lasso. I did watch it. I don't want any more Ted Lasso though.
Well, yeah, and their season comes out this summer.
They're forcing more of this. This is a bad idea.
So season 4 comes out this summer, and he's back in the States coaching, I think, a women's soccer team.
Yeah,
I want to say
we don't need it. It was great. It was perfect for its time and what it was, and take all those creative people and do something new.
But Shrinking has a similar vibe to Ted Lasso.
Okay.
I really enjoy it. You would like it. But anyway, the whole point being Harrison Ford is in it, and he's great. He's great.
Good.
He's really good.
He's a cranky bastard, though.
He can be.
Oh,
yeah.
He's a surly dude.
Yeah, he can be. That's not why you called, though. You were talking about Press Taylor.
I know. I'm still trying to figure out what the blob sounds like.
Oh.
Good job, Blob. You won the Super Bowl. What are you doing now? I'm going to Disney World.
No, I don't see that.
No.
I immediately, and maybe it's just because of
Does he have a thick...
Jabba the Hutt's body is like a big blob.
Right. There's Blob from Giggle Snort Hotel.
Wow. I haven't thought of that in years. Wow. That's a Sunday morning classic. Giggle Snort Hotel.
I'm not a fan.
Forgotten all about that.
Yeah, there's always something a little off about it. I don't know. I never liked Giggle Snort Hotel.
Yeah, my Sunday mornings as a kid were wrapped up in Giggle Snort Hotel and Breakfast with the Beatles.
What about Magic Door?
No.
Get a little Jew love in you there with Tiny Tove and the Magic Door. What about Hot Fudge? Remember watching Hot Fudge?
I don't remember Hot Fudge
Hot
or Magic
Fudge,
Door.
I think was Magic Door was like a.
I remember Magic Dora. That was
Magic Door was like a hippy
late
dippy
night HBO thing,
Jew show, and then
Magic Door was a
come open the magic door with me.
Okay.
Yeah, the Tiny Tove was like and then there was Hot Fudge that I think was Detroit based, and that was like a black puppet show.
Okay, I don't remember either one of those.
It was an urban kids show.
Okay.
And they had kids.
Why were you watching?
It was good.
Oh.
And I don't know. I was on. We really had
they
four
weren't trying
channels.
to reach you. It was the other show that wanted you.
Just like I didn't want to watch that. We did that on Saturday mornings.
I'm not watching Jewish programming, Mother.
I got enough of that crap. It's fine. No, I wanted the Hot Fudge funky Motown vibes.
Nice.
Yeah. And Dusty's Treehouse when they would tell us not to smoke cigarettes.
Could you cause a forest fire?
No, because you die of lung cancer.
Oh, that too. Yeah. That's bad. That's bad.
It's all bad, really.
Yeah.
When you add in the forest fires, yeah.
Yes. Well, and Steve Guttenberg's there to help.
That's right. So maybe forest fires aren't that bad if you got Steve Guttenberg there. Not the original Guttenberg who had the printing press.
Right.
Which gets us back to Press Taylor.
But didn't Michael Winslow follow Gutenberg around doing a helicopter sounds? Like, help's on the way. Don't worry. No, that's just your friend. He won't stop the noises.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm just trying to order a bowl of soup.
All right.
Really, all I want is a bowl of soup. And this guy over here with the noises.
Press Taylor's the new offensive coordinator.
Yes, and he's fine.
He's Press Taylor.
For more options.
There you go.
He's fine.
Someone's not getting that joke right now.
Who?
I don't know. There's someone going, I don't get it.
Someone in the comments?
Someone's not getting it right now.
Tell Bernstein to stop doing that because I don't get it.
I don't know what it means.
It's in Spanish.
We're going to have our own show.
Yeah.
Emotional support halftime show. What are the numbers? Like 140 million to 6? What was it?
Yes. 135 million to 6.
135 million people watched Bad Bunny, and 6 million watched Kid Rock.
No, 6.
6 million.
No, 6.
6 people.
Yeah. I didn't say 6 million. I said 6.
I love that Orange guy didn't watch.
No,
he didn't watch Kid Rock.
They did it all for him.
Yeah, they did it all for him, and he watched Bad Bunny so he could criticize it.
Think about that, too. You spend all that money with all of that, and you pull in all your favors, and all you can get is Brandon Fleming and Brandon Bryce and Brandon Rock and all these people, and he doesn't even watch.
No, he watches and then goes out and starts calling Olympic athletes losers for stuff they didn't say.
And change the kickoff rule.
Yes, that's right.
And strike the letter M from the alphabet.
And bring back the McDLT.
Bring me a Diet Coke. I am not a crackpot.
I'm not a lunatic on social media. Change the kickoff rules. We need more concussions in this country.
Oh, there were plenty in that game. By the way, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, concussed.
So, of course he was.
Yeah.
Wait a second here. He goes in the blue tent. And in the blue tent, they're like, "Yeah, you have a brain injury."
Yeah,
and then
room.
And then he leaves and goes to the locker room and comes back and miraculously then doesn't have a brain injury.
Right. You good to go? I'm good.
Oh yeah. And then they make a thing out of it. Let's go down to Kaylee Hartung. They said, "Are you fine?" And he said, "Penguin." And they said, "That's the answer we wanted. Get back in the game." I don't think he's okay.
Oh, boy.
I don't think. And then how about that hit in the end zone at the end on the 2-point conversion?
Yes.
Even Collinsworth's like, "Whoa!" And both guys were concussed. Like, oh, hey, it's football, and, it happens in football.
I love it. You good to go, Penguin?
Perfect.
That's really funny.
You get 100%. You have passed the cognitive NFL concussion exam.
Get back in the game.
Get out there.
What color do you see? Pizza.
Perfect.
You're in.
Well, it was a perfect encapsulation then, because that last hit in the end zone, after all was said and done, and they're still, they're flying around out there, smacking into people, and I guess the new kickoff rule, you just want to bring back more of those.
I guess. Helps make America great again.
I don't mind this kickoff rule.
I don't mind it either.
It's fine.
Yeah, I thought it was better than I was anticipating it to be.
There's a lot more kickoff returns.
Yeah,
which
that's what you want.
I think so.
I think the league probably had maybe 3 or 4 returns for touchdowns,
something like that.
So you got some.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine.
It was fine.
Hey, do you know what's 13 days away?
13 days from now.
From today.
Well, it's not Valentine's Day. And it's not the spring coho run. I don't know. What is it?
It's the NFL Combine.
Yeah.
We're only 13 days away.
Yeah, we are.
It's great. Ready to go.
That means pro days are going to be any time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's always, you get these concurrent little showcases and pro days.
Yeah, I'm working on getting us down to Vanderbilt for
the Pavia Pro Day?
Pavia Pro Day, yeah. Do a little partying with his brothers. Watch him throw some footballs.
Is that part of it?
Yeah, we have to.
Okay. Everybody's drinking a little bit of Patron before the Pro Day. Get Javier and Roel out there running patterns for you.
How do you remember their names?
You have to. They're the Pavia brothers.
Yeah, that's enough.
They're Roel y Javier.
So I'm disappointed the season's over. Like, football's done now.
I'm more disappointed now that I realize the Bears could have won the Super Bowl.
I was telling you that from week 12.
Yeah, it's just, you see it out there. You're like,
I said it. They got 8-3, and I was like, you got to look what this team can do.
Mm-hmm.
They could win. They could win it all. And they're going to win it all next year. But so games are done. We're about 29 weeks away from opening weekend.
Okay.
Combine's in 13 days. So we're already, we get a little bit of a breather, and then it's right back at it. Getting into it all hot and heavy.
Yeah. Are you watching the Olympics at all?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
I am. I'm watching more than I probably would because Natalie enjoys it more than I do. There are certain things I like watching, but I have watched quite a bit. I destroyed Lindsey Vohn's career yesterday.
Yeah, if you haven't heard DBU, yeah, Matt mangled her main.
I felt bad. I literally felt bad.
I can't believe you said something like that.
I really felt bad.
Well, you should.
I'm a real jerk.
You're a real jerk.
I really am. That was really, yeah.
That you know that
even for us, that's bad.
You know that old Norm Macdonald joke, right? About the guy that murdered children and the whole thing, and he does this long. It's like a 7-minute setup detailing all of the grotesque horrors that were perpetrated by this horrible English murderer, and he taunted his victims, and it just keeps going and going and going, and there's this long pause, and finally, and Norm just says, "He was a real jerk."
I love Norm Macdonald.
That's what you are.
I was looking on ESPN, and they had an offseason for every team. They break them all down, like where they're at, what their record was, their final rankings, estimated cap space, where their first-round pick is, top offseason priority. So ESPN for the Bears. I just want to take a look and see, like on a national perspective, what people are looking, thinking, saying of the Bears.
Okay.
Top offseason priority: rebuild the pass rush. That's pretty standard. Their thought, regardless of in the community of Bears fans or not. Secondary is a priority to watch as well. Latest on whether they'll sign Jaquan Brisker. Early draft outlook: the Bears are tied with the Bengals in last in pass rush win rate this season. So they mentioned T.J. Parker out of Clemson as a guy to keep an eye on. He's a power rusher who also is NFL-ready run defender.
And who was the guy from Missouri? Zion.
Oh, yeah. What's his name?
Zion Young?
That might be correct, yes.
Yes. Zion Young was the other name that we'd gotten tied to the Bears. as somebody who could play the edge but could also drop into coverage. 6'5", 260, fits the Dennis Allen mold.
A couple other names mentioned: Dennis Sutton from Penn State, Gabe Jacas, Jacas. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, from Illinois. Realistic options on day one. This is the one I wanted to share with you. See if I want to get your thought on this. Big prediction for the offseason. So these are the 5 categories. The last category is big prediction for the offseason.
Okay.
And this is, let's see, let me just pull this up here so I get the name right. Who is part of this? Ben Solak. So this is Ben Solak, Aaron Schwartz, Jordan Reed, our guy Matt Miller, Dan Graziano. So the biggest offseason prediction for the Bears. The Bears will trade wide receiver DJ Moore. As the future of the position seems set with Rome Odunze, Luther Burden, most of Moore's money is tied up in salary, not bonuses, which makes it palatable for Chicago to trade him, even with 4 years left on his contract. At 29, he should still be enticing to teams in need of a veteran wide receiver. One thing that I didn't realize, he had 4 years left on his deal. I didn't know it was that long. I thought it was a couple. I thought he had 2.
Yeah, but those
I thought
things,
it was next season, the year after. I didn't realize it was 4.
Most of that is accounting. Most of that is spreading out your cap
but
hit
still,
anyway.
I didn't know it was 4.
But cutting him would be onerous. Trading him would not be quite as bad.
Yeah. Would you see a market? Would you see a team that would want after? So you watched DJ Moore all year long. You've watched his career in Chicago. And let's just focus on last season, the 2025 season. You're a general manager, and maybe you're a team looking for that veteran wide receiver. Is that the guy you'd want to bring in? Maybe you think you're close to winning, or you have a young core that would benefit from having a experienced veteran there.
I wouldn't say no.
Okay.
But there are obviously some aspects to his approach that I find curious, and sometimes it's unsatisfying to know exactly where his motivations are.
Mm-hmm. Because he's really frustrating.
Yes,
as a Bears fan, because he does have like elite level talent,
and he does seem like a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't explain why there's occasionally effort issues.
Yes,
and I don't know.
And if they're health related, we never knew that. I mean, that's the only logical explanation, because the lack of effort doesn't fit the other characteristics we know and have of him.
You know what, though? As you bring that up, and as you bring up the idea of offseason, I do think there is one aspect of this Super Bowl that should be a lesson that I really like, and that is the number of players on both teams that didn't fit elsewhere. The number that both of these teams, both of these coaches and both of these general managers did a tremendous job reclaiming talent that was let go elsewhere.
Yeah, you've mentioned that about Mike Vrabel quite a bit. I mean, what did they say? 30 players?
Yeah, and
were new?
The same goes for Seattle. The same goes for them. I saw a note it was Kalen Kaler was talking about that, said that, or she reposted this, that said the Seahawks only drafted 4 of their primary defensive starters. Wow. Witherspoon, Murphy, Emanwari, and Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
Job waived by Eagles. Drake Thomas undrafted, waived by the Raiders. Ernest Jones traded by the Rams and the Titans. Leonard Williams traded by the Giants. Julian Love allowed to walk by the Giants. DeMarcus Lawrence allowed to walk by the Cowboys. And Nwosu was allowed to walk by the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Like that ability, the pro scouting, there's so much talent in the league that is either underused or misused or underdeveloped or misdeveloped or misunderstood. Everybody looks at the draft. There is talent that can win you Super Bowls all over other teams' rosters. And I think that the market inefficiency in understanding that could be greater than ever.
Well, and we saw the impact of that last season with Dennis Allen's defense and a guy like DeMarco Jackson.
Mm-hmm. He
stepped in and not only played at the level, but played above that level as well.
Yeah, and if you can do that consistently, that is the essence of coaching.
Yeah.
And development.
Yeah, I go back to DJ Moore, and I don't know how to get a good read.
I don't either.
And it's frustrating because I do like him. Like you mentioned, he does seem like a good dude, a good teammate. And he does have elite level talent at times and makes unbelievable catches at times. Just that doesn't mix with the lack of effort that we've seen.
It's like as Terry used to say, he drifts on you.
He does, yeah.
Sometimes
I just want to know why. Why the drift's there.
Sometimes he drifts on you.
See, so now as an opposing GM, that would make me pause quite a bit.
Of course it would. For that money?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be an example setter.
Right. And not a guy that I'm going to be concerned, is this the week where he drifts away, or is this the play where he drifts away?
No. He makes himself available. He's
not always running the routes out, though, when you're not the primary target, which is an issue.
Yep.
I don't know. He's a difficult one. So I don't know. I'd be surprised if he was traded. I would be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised if people come calling.
Mm-hmm.
Because as talented, the guy's made enormous plays.
Right.
He made one of the great plays in Bears history.
Right. One of the best plays of the season.
One of the best NFL plays.
Yes. One of the best NFL plays of the season.
Yeah, and one of the great Bears plays ever.
Right.
He made a couple of them.
Yeah. Well, we'll have a lot to talk about, though.
Oh,
and we'll continue forward progress every day.
We're not going anywhere.
People have asked what's happening with the show now that the Super Bowl's here. We're here every day. So DBU every day of the week, forward progress every day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
That won't stop.
And we will also talk about the Bears' new offensive coordinator who has just been promoted from within.
Press Taylor.
For more options.
There you go. I'm in on it now with you.
No, you're not.
I am. No, I'm in. I'm in. I believe it.
Fine.
I love it.
You're only doing this because I'm in on motorboating.
Yes. Oh, we got there was a motorboat message that came through yesterday.
What?
These guys are motorboating.
They are? Yeah. Somebody said that?
Yes.
Yeah, they're getting motorboated?
Yes.
All right. I will join you on that.
I will set you up on Press Taylor.
See, this is how coalitions come together.
I know.
This is how political coalitions are formed.
Well, I'm only doing it because you called me out.
A little trade-offs. Well, I know this stuff is going on. I know gaslighting.
Why didn't you say anything then?
Because it wasn't time yet. I know when I'm being gaslit.
You did it like a dozen times. I didn't respond. Why didn't you say something sooner?
I was waiting. I was picking my spots.
Don't be afraid to have a hard conversation with me.
Just say, listen, we'll do it now. Are we doing this now? We're doing this now. That's Forward Progress, a Chicago Bears and NFL podcast on 312 Sports.
Forward progress has stopped. 10 to 19 to 19.
Forward Progress, a Chicago Bears podcast with Dan Bernstein and Matt Abaticola on 312 Sports.